All right, we are here, IWCR tonight, Gen 6 Series at Kansas. Thanks for joining us here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate it. These guys appreciate the fan follow here at IWCR. I got to welcome into the booth tonight a special guest, Brandon Cruz. Welcome, Brandon.
Thanks for having me, Rudy. Should be a good race tonight.
Absolutely. I have no doubt in my mind. Well, we got a couple things here I got to do here real quick. I hope this don't open up over there. No. Hey, all right, it worked. Anyhow, the sponsor on board for this season, Lunar Gaming, we will play their little commercial here if you don't mind. Give me a second here. I got to get it fired up.
Brought to you by LunarGaming.com. Gaming doesn't know time zones.
And there you have it, folks. Lunar Gaming on board with IWCR, their sponsor for this season, and these guys are very excited about that. Brandon, can you give us any insight on Lunar Gaming and how you got them on board?
Well, I am actually a moderator within the Lunar Gaming community. A very good group of people over there. They were looking at advertising someone, and they were looking at something interesting that they've never tried before. And so I pointed them out to IWCR. I got the owner of Lunar in touch of league owner Randall Drake. And just a couple weeks later, they became partnered with IWCR.
Well, that's really awesome. And that's the way you do it. You know, that's very cool. Well, run down through the points there for us, Brandon. Let us know where everybody is coming into tonight here at Kansas.
All right, Rudy. Well, first in points, we have Nathan Sedlick with 225 points. Just 3 points back from him is Thomas Keene in second. And third in points, by just 5 points back from Nathan Sedlick in first, is Stephen Pearson. Next is Thomas Brandner, minus 16 points. Then it's Sean Medling, minus 35 points. Then it's Jeffrey Porter in sixth place, 37 points back. Tied with him for sixth place is Zachary Miller, also 37 points back. In eighth, it's Daniel Smallwood with 49 points back. Tied with him, Joshua Witherspoon, also 49 points back. In 10th place, it is Nick Hunt with 50 points back.
Oh, that's really cool. So pretty tight. And I believe this is race number 5, if I'm correct. 4 or 5. Gosh, I wish I could remember. I need to look that up and have that on tap, but I believe it's a 15 race season, and I think this is race 5.
Yes, Rudy, I believe you are correct. I think we are 5 races into the season so far.
So, man, pretty tight points for that top 10 then. All 50 points separating the top 10. Tight points. So, well, some of the teams to look out for out here tonight. RPM's been extremely good. They ended up last season really running well and getting the team really together good. This season here, they've been a force to be reckoned with out on the track. So we'll be watching out for them. A few of the other teams as well, and I can't really remember them all. We have All Time Motorsports, Checkers or Wreckers. And so those will be teams to look out for as well. So not too many teams left in here. Team England, Madman Motorsports. So I haven't seen some of these guys. Midwest Outlaws. I haven't seen some of these guys around in a while.
No, Rudy, and some of these, I know a couple of these competitive teams are actually single-car teams competing in this upper series, and it is actually quite impressive to see what they have been able to do these past couple weeks.
Oh, definitely, yeah. The single-car teams have always been really strong. So, but RPM just seems like they've got such a I don't know. I'm not going to say a finely tuned team. I'm just saying they create their own setups and everything, and everybody runs the same setup, only altered a little bit, to fit that each and every driver. Each one has their own little niches that they like to throw in there on the setup to make it comfortable for them. But these are open setups for the leagues, and these guys are ready to rock and roll here tonight. And we're ready to get race number 5 underway here at IWCR. And again, thank you everybody for joining us here. Oh, Josh Buckman saying this is race number 7. Okay, all right. Well, race number 7.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it does. So we're clipping up on the halfway mark of the season. Tomorrow night is their Truck Series race, but I do not broadcast it. I needed to have a night off. Sorry. Well, Brandon's going to be helping me in the booth here tonight. Scott's going to be off for about 2 or 3 weeks here. He's got some personal things to take care of, and but he'll be back with us here in about 3 or 4 weeks. So Brandon filling in for him for the next couple weeks, and it's great having you in the booth here, Brandon. We used to work together a long time ago, and hopefully, I think we still got the touch here.
Yeah, I'd hope so, Rudy. This should be fun.
All right, a little less than 2 minutes away from qualifying, folks.
Brought to you by LunarGaming.com. Gaming doesn't know time zones.
Lunar Gaming, folks, look them up. Lunar-gaming.com.
Yeah.
All right, about 30 seconds. We'll step away here and play our national anthem, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks, because excitement to come here. IWCR at Kansas during the day. Usually people, they run these at night, but they've opted to run this on daytime, and it does look amazing out here, I gotta say. And looks like that's going to wrap it up. So, Brandon, we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, Brandon, we are back. Times are just starting to come in now. And big upset there. Look at the RPM guys there up in the front. Brandon, Nathan Sedlick, Roger Wagner, Thomas Brander, Andrew Ward, Stephen Pearson, all them guys right there. Churchill, Jeffrey Porter, Mike Vining, all RPM guys, top 8.
Yeah, RPM is definitely one of the expected teams to be fast, especially on these mile-and-a-half tracks, these intermediates. That seems to be one of their best type of tracks to be running on, to run these fast times, especially during qualifying. Once they're up front, they tend to stay there.
Well, that is the place to be if you want to avoid all the carnage in the back, if there is any. We hope that there isn't, but no quick fixes in here tonight at all. So you wreck it, you got to sit on pit road and get it fixed. Don't wish that on anybody, but should be. Let's see, they have about 10 minutes of qualifying. How much time do they have left?
They have about 4 minutes left, Rudy.
Okay, very good, very good. I know they have an extra long qualifying time. Usually Rando runs down through the rules and make sure everybody is aware of it. They've got some new members in here that have only raced just actually this season.
Yeah, we actually have gained a few members here just this season, Rudy. So it definitely important for Mr. Randall Drake to be running during the drivers' meeting and run through all the rules.
Exactly. Well, you can check out their website at iwcr.us, folks. Check out their website. Got a Guy in chat saying he likes your car the best, but you're not running tonight. You're going to be in the booth.
Yeah, in the booth tonight.
And possibly the next couple of weeks. So, his name is A Shadow Boxes.
That would be the owner of Lunar Gaming, Rudy.
Well, very good. Very good. I think it's time we play their little commercial for him here. Hold on, guys.
Brought to you by LunarGaming.com. Gaming doesn't know time zones.
There you go. Lunar Gaming coming on board this season with IWCR as a sponsor. That is so awesome.
Yes, folks, that is lunar-gaming.com. Go ahead and visit them for more details on anything about Lunar Gaming, or if you wish to apply, that is the website to go to.
Dalton England. I did not see him in practice. I'm not sure if he's planning on running tonight or not. Looking to see if there he is. I did see him in there. He did turn in a time. All right, race number 7 of 15 here, folks, at Kansas with IWCR. Big race here for these guys, coming up on halfway through the season. Top 10, only 50 points separating the top 10, so that can change weekly. Now we're getting more Matt Cucker actually in 10th place. That's how you say it, Matt Cucker. I know it doesn't look like it would sound like that, but that's how it is. Just imagine the O as a U, Matt Cucker.
All right.
If that'll help you any. But man, look at all the RPM guys there. Holy smokes. The top 9 RPMs. Phew. Unbelievable. I know they work very hard on their setups, and they're pretty dedicated to working on them setups and get them right, and where everybody likes them.
Yeah, very important to be tweaking those setups for every driver. Every driver needs to have that comfort zone.
Second 10 there, Dalton England coming in 13th. Joe Roberts 14th. Joe did not have a good qualifying time tonight, but don't count him out. He likes to slip in there toward the end. We'll see if he can manage to save his tires and do a great job. Scott Bolster rounding out the top 20. Smallwood not taking a qualifying time here tonight, starting in the back. Michael Libey, Mark Robertson, Evan Schroeder, John Verga, and Tom Serrato. I know Tom just had surgery for carpal tunnel, so I don't know how much racing he's going to be able to handle here tonight. All right, let's get to the grid here. Starting on the pole, Nathan Sedlick with a 29.530. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Roger Wagner on the outside. Thomas Brander starting 3rd. Andrew Ward in 4th. Stephen Pearson 5th. Jordan Churchill 6th. Randall Drake 7th, Jeffrey Porter 8th, Mike Vining 9th, and Matt Cucker in 10th. Brandon?
Charles Grant Jr. in 11th. In 12th, it's Jason Lance. Starting 13th, Dalton S. England. In 14th, it's Joe Roberts. 15th, Sean Medling. 16th, Kevin Spalding. 17th, Nick Hunt. Starting 18th, it'll be Joshua Witherspoon. 19th, Jesse Swartz. And 20th, Scott Bolster. Rudy?
Michael Libey starting 21st. Daniel Smallwood 22nd. John Verga 23rd. Our Canadian brother there, Mark Robertson, starting back in 24th. And Tom Serrato 26th. Evan Schroeder starting 27th. And Brandon's in the booth with me tonight. So there you have it. There's your rundown of where everybody is starting.
Very competitive qualifying times tonight, Rudy, I must say.
Sorry, I'm a little busy at the moment, trying to get things sorted out here. Yeah, definitely competitive is, this is the key here tonight, and it's going to be to the point where who can manage their tires to bring this thing home. Nathan Sedlick on the pole. This is amazing for him. Good to see him back out there running well this season. And here they go, off the grid. Lights are out. They're doubling up, and you all know what that means. We're about to get the green flag when they come around here and get this thing kicked off here. And 125 laps is what they're turning tonight, I believe, Brandon?
Yes, I believe you were correct on that one, Rudy.
All right.
Buckle those seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. We are about to go racing. Nathan Sedlick, Roger Wagner on the front row. Are they going to swap up and let each other lead or what? Here, pace car in. On the throttle right away. Nathan Sedlick, teammates. Look at them go here. Great start of the race. Looks like pretty even. Brander already going into third place. As he gets a run around Stephen Pearson, Andrew Ward in fifth. And we've got some pretty tough customers back here in the back. Mike Vining looking to the inside of Jordan Churchill. Backs out of it. Collects a couple there. Almost getting into the front of Jason Lance. And he's going to lose 2 positions because of that. Charles Grant Jr. and Dalton England get by. Nathan Sedlick leads the very first lap of the race.
There's a lot of shuffling going on at the back of the pack here. That creates some good action, but tell you what, as a driver, it is definitely scary.
Daniel Smallwood going around Kevin Spalding, but Kevin coming back on that outside. As we know, the line here at Kansas is that high line. Going to be hard to pass on the low side. And as the longer the race goes on, the more that upper groove's going to become dominant as the dynamic tracks kick in here, and a lot of that rubber buildup will move up the hill and move the racing groove up the hill. You're already seeing some of these guys already going to the upper line. Looking back on second place, Roger Wagner. These guys already putting a little distance on third place. Thomas Brandner, he's back there about a half a second behind Roger. Whoa, Roger almost into the wall right there. That was real close.
That was a very close call.
Joe Roberts working the field, breaking the top 10. Trying to get that car situated to his liking, Jeffrey Porter. Jeffrey Porter's got a
pass for the lead, Rudy.
Yes, sir, and he does collect that point for leading the lap. He did lead it. Wow, great.
Great job by Roger Wagner.
This is a good racing right now. These guys are actually shuffling it around here and taking turns leading a little bit. Everybody trying to get a little point in there for leading the lap. Back in the field, Nick Hunt, Scott Bolster. These guys all trying to work their way closer to the front. Sean Medling, 19th. Tom Serrato up to 20th. Mark Robertson, 21st, a long way back. And I know Mark doesn't have a setup. He's probably using the fixed setup. Might be a little tough for him, but he proved last week at Bristol that fixed setups will work. Evan Schroeder in 22nd. Matt Cucker in 23rd, Michael Leiby 24th, and Jesse Schwartz back here in 25th. Coming up pit road, he's many laps down. Don't know what happened to him.
Jesse Schwartz looks like he had a connection issue, Rudy. He fell through the server just a little while ago.
Tough break for him. Back up front, Roger Wagner continuing to lead. And now Thomas Brander closing in on Nathan Sedlick. Wants that second place and wants to get up there and lead a lap. And I'll tell you what, Thomas Brander is the type of racer that he's patient enough, but when the time comes, he knows what he's got to do. He looks at every avenue. There he looks to the inside of his teammate, Nathan Sedlick, but he didn't want to push it and take a chance on wrecking either of them.
Trying to utilize that apron just doesn't work through the tri-oval that time.
Steven Pearson back not too far behind these guys. Mr. Be There at the end, I call him.
Caution on the track, Rudy.
Yes, we do. We get here to it. Oh, Dalton England. And man, that was some close racing right there. Let's go back and take a look at that because somebody just barely missed him, but I didn't see who it was. Dalton was really running well here, too. He gets into that outside wall, and when he comes off, just, man.
Tough break for Dalton England.
He is just steering and steering. He is sawing on that wheel trying to get that thing straightened around. He does a good job of keeping it off of the wall. Man, I'm telling you, what a piece of driving that was. Amazing. Well, these guys are about ready for pits, and here they come. All coming to pit road. It looks like Brander's going to get out first.
Looks like Roger Wagner is serving a penalty on pit road, Rudy.
Oh, speeding penalty. Oh, no. That's going to come back to bite him already. Man, that's not good. Well, he's going to get that point for leading a lap no matter what.
Yeah, exactly what he needs is those bonus points. The points battle is so close right now that these drivers really have to take anything that they can get.
Oh, somebody's saying something about disliking my video. That's fine. It's little children that got nothing better to do with their time. That they just go around and dislike videos. That's fine. Don't matter to me. I can ban them out of there. Doesn't matter to me. If they don't like my videos, I don't really care.
Oh, well.
Probably the second best of all the broadcasters out there, but it's fine. Hey, dislike it all you want. I don't care.
Don't even worry about it.
Nope. Two little baby crackheads that got to go around and troll videos and dislike them. Little baby crackheads. Well, Nathan Sedlick in second. Steven Pearson in third. Charles Grant moving all the way up to fourth place. Andrew Ward, in fifth. Randall Drake up to sixth. Great. Joe Roberts in seventh. Jeffrey Porter eighth. Daniel Smallwood in ninth. And Kevin Spalding rounding out the top 10. And let's look at Roger Wagner is going to be restarting after leading way back in 22nd spot, Brandon. 23rd.
Yeah, that penalty really was a tough break, but it is early in the race, and there is no doubt that you will probably see him up front by the end of this.
Oh yeah, it's he'll recuperate from that just fine. Thomas Keene, I don't know where Thomas Keene is tonight. Somebody asking about where Thomas is? I really don't know. I have not seen him.
So lights on the pace car are out. Thomas Brander going to be restarting this race.
And get him going here, Brandon.
All right. So they're rolling out onto the backstretch now, tucked behind the iRacing.com pace car. Just in a few moments, the thunder will be felt as these guys will crank up their 900 horsepower beasts. Here we go, coming out of turn 4, pace car is in. On the throttle, green flag back into the air.
And Nathan Sedlick takes it right to the bottom. Stephen Pearson in a drag race on the front stretch here, trying to beat Charles Grant to the line here, but boy, he can't come up and use that upper line. Charles Grant's going to come back on the outside down the backstretch here as they're continuing to drag race for that third position. And it looks like Charles Grant will win on that race. Go Robert.
Great pass by Charles Grant Jr. Oh, here he comes again. Round 2. Won't quite get it done.
Not able to do it. Nathan Sedlick sticking right with the leader here, back about 3/10. Daniel Smallwood. Oh, gets into somebody. And that's going to bring out the caution. Oh man, tough break for somebody. Let's see if we can find out who that was. I'm going to go to Daniel Smallwood here and see exactly what happened. Let's back it up here a minute. Not sure exactly who got into who or what here, but
oh, looks like the number 6 car of Joe Roberts, Rudy.
oh, he went down and caught that apron. And he's going to come up the hill and get into Daniel Smallwood. But Joe Roberts isn't done yet. Into the outside wall with the help from the number 99 there of Jeffrey Porter. And boy, a lot of guys are going to get collected into that.
Kevin Spaulding being one of them. Number 19, number 04 of Nick Hunt also involved.
Just about the whole back part of the field involved in that.
Yes,
Man.
yes, Rudy, that was, what a shame.
Yeah, that really was. Well, I doubt anybody's going to come to pit road in the front. A lot of the guys in the back probably will or already have. Tough break for them guys. Let's see if we can get a word in with somebody here. How about we get a word in with Evan Spaulding, if I can find him in here. I'm not sure if he's even in. Yeah, there he is. Kevin Spaulding, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy, I do.
Well, back in 8th place, brother, you've kind of managed to keep yourself fairly clean. Looks like you might have a little bit of damage. What did you see on that wreck? Did you see what happened?
I don't know for sure. It sounds like Joe may have left the session or something. I don't know if it was a computer issue or something like that, but all I'd seen was cars going sideways and smoke, and did my best to get out of there with as little damage as possible. It didn't work so well.
Oh, man. Well, tough night anyhow, but are you going to be okay to continue?
Yeah, I'll be around.
All right, well, the Whammo car on its way to the front, back up to 8th place here. So good luck, Kevin, and we'll be rooting for you, brother.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right. Kevin Spaulding in 8th place. He is going to come to pit road. and get that car looked at after all.
Probably not a bad move. Perfect opportunity.
Well, we had a few guys that did leave or got, I guess, too much damage to continue. Dalton England, Joe Roberts, and Roger Wagner all out of the race. And we've still got several on pit road. Jeffrey Porter, Scott Bolster, Tom Serrato, Jordan Churchill, Jason Lance, and Jesse Schwartz now coming off pit road. He was back about 5 laps down anyhow. But this will be good. That some of these guys will be able to pick up a few more positions if they can get back out there on the track. 18 laps, coming to 19 here out of 125.
Thomas Brandner still holds the lead, with Nathan Sedlick still behind him, and Charles Grant Jr. rounds out your top 3. And really, Rudy, it has been a pretty close battle between all of these guys tonight. As lights on the pace car go out, they're lining up double file behind the iRacing.com pace car. They're now coming on to the back stretch. Go ahead, take it away, Rudy.
All right, lights out, doubling up, and Nathan Sedlake, our pole setter, getting back up toward the front. Wants to get up here and challenge our leader here, Thomas Brandner. Thomas has led 8 laps so far in the race. Nathan Sedlake 3, wanting to get back up there and lead some more. All right, pace car heads for pit road. And Brandner on the gas. Teammate Nathan Sedlick right there with him. They get these powerhouse of a car wound back up. Steven Pearson now up on the high side. Kind of like a little change here. Him and Charles Grant, they were just opposite that a little while ago. Charles Grant had that upper line. And this time here, Steven Pearson will take 3rd. Daniel Smallwood coming into 6th. Randall Drake 7th. And they're pulling away from 8th place, Mark Robertson.
Thomas Brandner slowly extending his lead from Nathan Sedlick. Steven Pearson does seem to be hanging on to 2nd place Nathan Sedlick, however.
All right, so a little problem in chat there I needed to take care of, but I think I got it taken care of now. Yeah, Sean Medling doing real well. Got himself into the top 10 now. Nick Hunt in 11th. Nick Hunt in the points. I believe you said he was like 9th or 10th in the points coming into tonight. Well, he's doing real well.
Nick Hunt 10th in points, just by 50 points back, Rudy.
Yeah, 50 points really isn't that far if you can, you consider there's 7 races into the season. Only 50 points back. I mean, that can be made up. That can change a lot,
Yeah, it can. It can. You can see very dramatic changes, especially because this league does offer a double points night on the last race of the season on week 15.
Exactly. Yes. That's what I actually forgot about that, Brandon. The double points night on the last race of the season, and it can totally change everything. All depends on where people run. Brandner still out front, 13 laps he's led, coming to 14.
A lot of those drivers ducking down onto that apron. It's almost like a shortcut there, Rudy, using that apron.
Yes, sir. Matt Cucker down here. Let's ride along with Matt here for a minute. Oh, wrong camera. I'm going to fire that camera, man. You see Daniel Smallwood right ahead of him, right on Anthony Ward's tail. And then we've got another one here, Charles Grant, trying to stay right in the footsteps here of Steven Pearson. And they're coming up on some lap traffic already.
The 45 is Scott Bolster, just got lapped by Thomas Brandner.
Yeah, that'll put Scott, he is actually in 15th place already, about 4 laps down, but he has got a lot of damage on that car. He stays down low and lets all the leaders go by, so that's very good, very good. Smallwood all over Anthony Ward. Trying to see if there's any other real battles out here. Mark Robertson. Got a lap car there, the number 27 of Jesse Schwartz, right in between him and Nick Hunt. Mark running in 11th. And Nick, Mark does have just a little bit of damage on that right front corner.
Yeah, he does. Not sure if he got collected in anything or if he just made contact with someone, but...
And I'm seeing Joe Roberts maybe on pit road trying to get that damage fixed. He might be able to pick up a few positions if he can get back out there. Jeffrey Porter out of the race, Jordan Churchill, Jason Lance, and Dalton England. He could pass all of those guys and be up to 19th position if he can get that car fixed and get it back out there.
Yeah, he came back from the garage, as I like to say, connected back to the server, and looks like he may try to log some laps if he can.
And Charles Grant Jr. does get around Steven Pearson and goes back into 3rd. Pearson falls back to 4th, quite a ways back, so those new tires, he's worn all the newness off of them, and they're starting to get a little age on them now. Daniel Smallwood does get around Anthony Ward, goes into the top 5. Matt Cucker goes by, and Matt's going to try to clear both of them, but not able to do it. He's going to have to duck in between them and try to catch Daniel. Now they're passing on the low side, and I find that very hard to believe that they're getting that good a grip down there.
Yeah, it's I think it really is this daytime. Rudy, a lot of the time we're not used to seeing them run in the daytime at Kansas, but it appears that there is a lot of multi-groove racing going on right now.
Absolutely. Well, looks like Daniel Smallwood is going to get out of the way and let Matt Cucker go by. Well, Matt Cucker will go into 5th. Daniel Smallwood back to 6th. Cucker gets into the outside wall. A slight tap. Running 4.3 seconds behind the leader right now. Brandner still out front, continuing to lead. Been out there for 21 laps. Now putting a lot of distance on his teammate, Nathan Sedlick. Nathan's back 1.4 seconds behind him already. And he's fallen into the clutches of Charles Grant Jr. here pretty quick.
Yes, he is. Charles Grant Jr. in that number 52 car made up a lot of time on Nathan Sedlick in the 35.
He's about a second ahead of Steven Pearson right now. But look at Thomas Brandner putting the distance on these guys out there, 2.1 seconds and counting. That's what that clean air does for you, Brandon.
Yeah, expanding that lead by quite a bit. And it looks like he's still going, too. See if this thing stays green, strategy might just play out in this race.
Looking at Charles Grant Jr. has closed right up on the bumper there of Nathan Sedlick.
Grant Jr. significantly faster than Nathan Sedlick as he ducks to the bottom and gets around Nathan Sedlick.
Wow, and it looked like Nathan must have got into the outside wall a little bit. And that's what slowed him up a lot right there. I'm getting reports that Joe Roberts' graphics card went out on him again.
Oh, no.
That's what caused that big upset there, and oh my.
A lot of drivers have been having hardware failure the past couple weeks, Rudy.
Telling you, it's unreal, man.
It's hard to believe that this many drivers are struggling with the hardware issues.
Nick Hunt in 9th. Well, wait till DirectX 11 comes along.
Oh, boy.
It's going to open up a whole nother can of worms that people are not ready for. John Medling breaking the top 10 here. Nick Hunt goes into 9th as he gets around him. Mark Robertson's still in 11th, but he's kind of drifted back a little bit here. Looking at Michael Leiby right behind Mark Robertson there. He is the first car lap down in 14th place, and he would be the way by if another caution comes out.
Daniel Smallwood just passed Stephen Pearson for the 5th position.
Yep, Pearson going backwards pretty quick. Boy, them tires he's struggling with them tires right now. Even though he's up on that high line, it just seems like he's not getting the bite up there that he would really, I think he was really hoping for. It's just not the same as when you have new tires.
Yeah, that is a fact. Another driver starting to lose a little bit of time. Looks like Nathan Sedlick about to lose another position as he moves to the bottom to let the 69 car by.
Well, Joe said he's got a 980 Ti now, and he said everybody he knows is having them problems. I have a 980 Ti, and I've never had any problems with it. It's a great car.
Yeah, caution on the racetrack, Rudy.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Sorry about that. And we've got the number 27 of Jesse Schwartz spinning around on the track. Let's go see what happened to him. I think he just spun. Just a self-spin. Nobody got into him or anything. He's up against the wall in the turn here. And it looked, he come up on somebody there. Oh, he checked up a little bit. And it really...
Checked up for Nick Hunt.
Yep, it really upset that car.
Pretty significant impact into the inside safer barrier there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Tough break for Jesse, man. Hopefully he can... Well, I don't know. There's a lot of damage on the nose of that car.
No, Rudy, he looks like he blew his engine coming to pit road.
Man, tough break. Some of these guys just can't get a break tonight, you know? Well,
yeah.
Leaders.
Go
ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Jesse Schwartz didn't even bother coming to pit road with all the damage he blew up. So it looks like Thomas Brander coming out of pit road first.
Josh Witherspoon staying out. Looks like he will be scored as the leader right now, but he technically has not led a lap yet. He will lead this time coming around, though. Yeah, Joe, that's always a must. Always do a clean install. Always. They actually do have a program for completely removing the old driver. Then you restart your computer. Then you clean install the new driver. You should always do a clean install. because it does leave remnants of the old one in there for whatever reason, I don't know, but that's highly recommended right from NVIDIA. And Joshua Witherspoon does collect a bonus point for leading the lap. Thomas Brander will be restarting in second place here. Matt Cocker third, Charles Grant fourth, Daniel Smallwood fifth, Randall Drake up to sixth place, Nick Hunt seventh, Mark Robertson eighth, Sean Medling ninth, and Andrew Ward rounding out the top 10 here tonight, folks. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying the show here tonight. Brandon in the booth with me here. Been a long time since he's been in the booth. Got out for a couple of weeks here, and Brandon helping me out. So thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you helping tonight, and looking forward to the next couple of weeks here if you can help me.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it, Rudy. I always like being in the booth with you. It's a pleasure.
Well, looks like Josh Witherspoon is going to come to pit road, so that will give the lead back up to Thomas Brander.
Lights on the pace car are out. The number 19 of Mike Vining gets the wave around.
Get him going here, buddy.
All right, coming into turn one behind the pace car. Everybody's tightening up, getting double file. Let's see if Thomas Brander can pull away from the field again like he did last time. Everybody's on fresher tires. I don't know, that 69 car has been extremely fast tonight, getting around drivers.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact. I was going to look and see. He started in 10th place, and he's been doing nothing but moving forward. And every time Matt's in a race, he is always a factor. So look for him to try to give Thomas Brander a tough time here.
All right, here we go. Pace car about to duck down into pit road. Makes a hard left turn. Thomas Brander on the gas. Green flag back in the air at Kansas Speedway. Brander with a great restart.
Charles Grant Jr. right there on the inside of Matt Cocker, but we know that upper line has always got some good grip up there. Matt's going to try to come back on the outside. It looks like he's going to do it. But Charles Grant not giving up. It's just so hard to get that grip on the bottom line there. He gets a little squirrely on that wheel. It hangs on to it, and it looks like Matt Cocker will take over the second position for sure. Nick Hunt in fifth. Under fire here by Randall Drake. Randall giving him a tough time. Boy, look at Steven Pearson to shoot on by Randall there on the outside.
And now he's going to buy Nick Hunt.
Yes, sir. He is going to really put the hammer down here. And he just made that look easy, didn't he?
Yeah, Rudy, he really did. And that was a very bold move around Randall Drake. And then around Nick Hunt, past him like he was standing still.
Mr. Be there at the end. Breaks the top five again. Back in the field, Josh Witherspoon trying to work his way back up to the front. Here he did lead a lap, collected that bonus point, come down pit road, paid the bonus or paid the penalty. I happened to be at the tail end of the field for pitting probably when pits were closed. Michael Leiby 13th. Michael's back on the lead lap now. Andrew Ward, last one on the lead lap. And it looks like he's going to drive by Michael Leiby. Michael Leiby got really loose coming off of turn 2. Back out here, Mike Vining, running in 17th place, should be able to pick up another position here as Jesse Schwartz is out of the race. Brandner continuing to lead, stretching that lead out to 0.8 of a second over Charles Grant Jr. right now.
Thomas Brandner once again extending that lead out in the fresh air. Nobody able to keep up with him tonight.
Yeah, he's just on a rail out here right now, and and I'm just kind of curious, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to him later, just how much that clean air is affecting how well that car is running out front.
Yeah, that would be interesting to know. And not really any other drivers have gotten the chance to experience that fresh air, other than Thomas Brandner.
Almost a full second lead over Charles Grant Jr. And Matt Cucker not far behind Charles, just kind of keeping him in eyesight right there. When Matt was a little loose coming off of the turn, but so was Charles Grant Jr. Turn 4 has got to be treacherous.
Yeah, it appears that way, Rudy.
Steven Pearson back here, 5th place. Nick Hunt in 6th. And boy, there's quite a gaggle of cars back here. Randall Drake in there in 7th. Kevin Spaulding 8th. Nathan Sedlick working his way closer to the front. In the top 10 right now, but he wants to get back up to the front. That's our pole sitter, Nathan Sedlick.
Randall Drake looking to use the apron here. Doesn't quite get to the quarter panel of Nick Hunt.
I think these guys are finding out that just about the only way you're going to really cleanly pass somebody after you've got a few laps on them tires is on that high side.
Yeah, I agree. That seems to be where the most grip is, and it seems like it always has been here at Kansas.
Well, this is one of the tracks that does have progressive banking, Brandon, and that progressive banking, it just, the further you go up the hill, the more banking you get, and it does kind of make it a lot better racing up there. Remember when this track first came out, we took the trucks out on it that night, the very night that we got it, and I'll tell you what, man, you could flat foot it for about 10 laps on that high groove.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was
definitely
amazing.
A very fun track to run.
Yep. Of course, it's not quite as fun now as it used to be, but it's still pretty fun.
It is, compared to other mile-and-a-half intermediate tracks, Rudy. I'd say that this is definitely in the top 3 for one of the most fun tracks.
Well, Smallwood has pulled away from Pearson by quite a bit now, so he's safely in 4th place. Still running well. Pearson back in 5th. Not really much going on. No real passing going on or anything. Mark Robertson back here in 11th.
Charles Grant Jr. about to get past Matt Cocker.
Yes, sir. Matt Cocker coming around on the outside. Like I said, that upper groove.
He stuck his nose right in there, and it seems like it's working out for him.
Well, Matt Cucker's the type of guy, he learns where that groove is on the track, and he's got it under control right now.
Yes, sir. So Matt Cucker up into the 2nd position.
Boy, they take it awful close to that wall, I'll tell you. You can see that wall coming right on. It will right along here with Matt Cocker. You can see just how close they come to the wall here coming out of the turn. Takes it right out close to that wall, I'm telling you.
That really is amazing. And being in the car, you don't actually realize that you're getting that close to it. And, almost like a driver's instinct that, wall's right there.
Yeah, after you turn so many laps on it, you learn right there where that line is, where you got to go, and where you got to, if you go just that inch further, you're going to get into the wall, and sometimes it does happen.
It does. Multiple variables to cause that, whether you get loose or tight, or you just misjudge the corner a little bit.
Brander now with a 2.7 second lead over Matt Cucker. Turning out to be a very good race. Let's take a look at the race summary here. As long as we're under green, 3 cautions we've had so far for 10 laps. We've had 48 green flag laps here. Man, I'm telling you, this has been some great racing. Lead changes, 4 lead changes. Change here. Randall Drake going into 6th, Nathan Sedlick 7th, as they got around Nick Hunt. Nick back to 8th. But we're seeing that tire fall off now, Brandon.
Yeah, and looks like it's definitely starting to play an effect throughout the fields.
I like Nick Hunt's car, though. Underdog.
Yeah, that really is a cool-looking car.
That's an old cartoon I watched when I was a kid. And Brandner leading another one. That makes 48 laps that he has led so far in this race. Just out here dominating tonight. If Matt Cucker has anything to say about it, he's going to try to get up there, I'm sure. He's just staying that distance right now. 2.8 seconds, not gaining or losing any time at the moment.
Yeah, and they were just coming up to 60 laps complete, so there's still a lot of time left to make something happen.
Randall Drake got Nathan Sedlick looking to the outside. They go around Michael Leiby. Mike back in 14th place of the first car, a lap down. Randall doing his best to try to hold off Nathan Sedlick right now. Sedlick takes a look to the inside, but can't find the grip down there on that low line.
Oh, it is tough. Tries going down on the apron, but Randall Drake looks in his mirror and follows him down there.
Kevin Spaulding falling back to the 10th place. And he's falling right into Mark Robertson's little trap he's setting here. Mark says, "Here, kitty, kitty."
Yeah, Mark Robertson with a little bit of damage on the nose of his car isn't slowing him down too much.
And I can sit here and tell you, I'm about 95% sure he's running the fixed setup. Because he doesn't have a team and not very good at building setups.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, and he's always there at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Which definitely does him good.
Yeah, I think he finished like 5th or 6th last week. Great finish for Mark. No, 4th, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. He gets around Kevin Spaulding, though, and goes into the top 10.
Went into the wall.
Yes, he did. And he's coming to pit road. Kevin Spaulding.
Oh, no.
Well, Brander with a 2.6 seconds, so he is losing a little bit of ground to Matt Cucker right now.
Yeah, Cucker has adapted to the groove, the high groove there, knowing where exactly to run without getting into any trouble.
Charles Grant Jr. falling back about 2.4 seconds off of Matt Cucker right now. It's a solid 3rd place car right now, just staying ahead of Daniel Smallwood. Smallwood, wow, really loose into the turn.
That was a good save by Smallwood.
Yes, it was, and here comes Steven Pearson.
That opened up a door, though, Rudy. He saved it, but it
Yeah.
might cost him a position.
And I'm telling you, that was one heck of a save because that car was all but about ready to go around on him.
He gets loose, a little bit loose out of turn 2 there. Steven Pearson waiting to jump almost into the wall for Smallwood.
Yeah, and Smallwood's got to back out of it so much to keep that back end from going around that Pearson just drives on by on the bottom.
No trouble for Steven Pearson getting around Daniel Smallwood there.
None at all. Well, Matt Cucker come to pit road. He's on pit road. Giving up that position. Going to be a 4-tire change for Matt Cucker and fuel.
Just a matter of time before your leader, Thomas Brandner, comes in for his green flag pit stop.
Yep, Matt Cucker out of pit road. That'll put him a lap down. Looks like Kevin Spaulding has retired from the race.
Oh no. That was a shame. A lot of good drivers taken out of this race tonight, Rudy.
Yes, definitely. We know I was watching Thomas Brandner. He's happened to slow down so much going into the turns that it's really going to start costing him a lot of time out there on that track. And you take somebody like Matt Cucker with newer tires, he's gonna really start chopping that time down on Thomas Brandner.
I said it at the beginning. Strategy could just play out into this race.
He has got to lift so much into that turns. Let's watch and see what his top speed is at the end of the front stretch here. About a 191. And we'll go back here and check out Matt Cucker's speed.
Caution is out on the racetrack.
Oh, yep. Let's see where it's at. Oh, Nathan Sudley going around our pole setter. Don't look like he got into anything, but let's see what happened to Nathan here.
Oh, no.
Tell me that was coming off pit road, or what was that there? Oh, that car was all over the place. He's down on the apron, comes back up onto the track, and it just starts going around on him. Oh, tough break for Nathan Sudley, but man, what a job he did keeping it off of the wall.
One of those wrecks that you don't really see too often.
Yep.
He collected Michael Libby in that one, though, Rudy.
He did?
Michael Libby, yeah. He shot up the track, and Michael Libby rear-ended Sedlick.
Oh, okay. I did not see that. Well, he's coming to pit road anyhow. That's our pole setter. But Brandner, I'm sure Brandner's going to want to... This is a good break for him because now he'll get to come to pit road. That put Matt Cucker a lap down. Matt just come off of pit road a short time ago. And here comes our leader to pit road. Bringing everybody on the lead lap with him.
Yeah, everybody follows down pit road. Get those 4 fresh tires.
All right, after they pit here, we'll try to get a word in with somebody here. If Matt Cucker's in here. Matt Cucker, right there he is. Matt Cucker, you got a copy?
I got you. How are you, Rudy?
I'm doing good, brother. Well, boy, that caution come out at kind of a good time there. It puts you a lap down. You just come off of pit road. But how's your car feeling out there? Because, boy, you were chopping that time down on Thomas Brandner.
Car's feeling a little loose that last run. The first run was a little deep, so I loosened it up for that last run we just had, and I loosened it up too much. So that's why I pit a little early. Figured I'd tighten it up, and then that caution just came out in bad time. Now we got to follow the back UL. But we'll be able to come back up through, I think.
Yeah, the car's looking really good and strong. So well, we're going to wish you good luck, Matt, and go get them, man. It's great to see you back out there on the track with these guys.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
All
Put
right,
on a
buddy.
good show.
Yes, sir.
So Matt Cucker Been very fast tonight so far.
He's coming to pit road. He's going to get 4 fresh field goods too. They'll put him at the back end of the field, but he just come off the pit road just a short time ago. But hey, he's got to get on the same pit strategy as everybody else, you know, pit sequence.
Yeah, he if he wouldn't have come in, he would have been left in the dust. So good call by him.
Well, that put Charles Grant Jr. in the lead for the first time today. He gets to lead a lap and collect a bonus point.
And you know, it'll actually be very interesting to see what Charles Grant Jr. can do in the fresh air. See if it affects the way that his car runs at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely, because he was really strong and staying right there with Brander and them, not far back. And now he's out in clean air. Could be a whole different story for Charles. Well, Stephen Pearson will start on the outside of him. Daniel Smallwood third, Brander fourth, and Nick Hunt. That's your top 5. Sean Medling sixth, Mark Robertson seventh, Randall Drake eighth, Matt Cucker ninth, and Andrew Ward 10th.
Yeah, your previous leader, Thomas Brander, shuffled back to 4th. Let's see, he's been in fresh air almost this entire race. Let's see how that affects his car.
Absolutely. After leading 60 laps, it could be a whole different ball game back there for him. All right, about to get him going here. Charles Grant Jr. and Daniel Smallwood are teammates. They're Checkers or Wreckers team. Stephen Pearson with RPM working with Thomas Brander. And the pace car hits for pit road. Charles Grant Jr. on the loud pedal. Green, green, green.
Daniel Smallwood right with Charles Grant Jr. and Smallwood to the inside.
And it looks like he's got a pretty good run on them new tires, but is Charles Grant Jr. going to come back? No, Smallwood hangs on to it for the time being.
Smallwood got a little bit loose off the corner there, it looked like.
Now he needs to come up the hill if he's going to lead a lap. He's got to hang on to it, and there he does. And Smallwood will collect a bonus point for leading a lap.
Charles Grant Jr. sticking with him, though.
And he's got some bite now. He's coming back, and Smallwood says, go ahead. I got my point. That's what I went for. Those two being teammates, probably working together on that a little bit. And on the outside, Brander drives right around Stephen Pearson.
That puts Brander back up to 3rd place.
And he is coming, guys. I'm telling you, he's on a rail. He's back in his rhythm again. And we got somebody.
Charles Grant Jr. He manages to save it.
Good save.
Tell you what, that would have been a really hard hit into that inside wall if he didn't save that, Rudy.
Well, Daniel Smallwood now under fire from Thomas Brander as he must have checked up a little bit when he seen that happening with Charles Grant Jr. Now Brander closing up on him, 2nd place. Charles Grant hanging on to 3rd for the time being. Matt Cucker driving around the outside of Stephen Pearson. Look at him coming. 4th place. He is chopping that time in half.
Brander looks to the inside for the lead. Isn't going to quite get there. Right all over the back bumper of Smallwood. Brandner ducks to the inside, side by side, down the back straightaway. It's a drag race. Brandner gets by him.
Man, and I'll tell you, he just about took the front end of Smallwood's car right off, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. That was very close. Very good judgment by Thomas Brandner, though. So Thomas Brandner in 24 car, back out front in his clean air. Starting to pull away once again. Very fast car for Thomas Brandner tonight.
Sean Medling back here in 6th place. Nick Hunt 7th. Oh, Medling out of shape coming out of 2. Nick Hunt takes advantage of that, and so does Randall Drake. Randall down on the bottom. Not able to complete that pass on Medling for right now. We'll have to stay in 8th place. Andrew Ward 9th, and Josh Witherspoon having a good run here tonight. Maxwell House car looks great. Breaks the top 10. Nathan Sedlick back here in 11th behind Mark Robertson, but he is a lap down. Ran for a caution right now to get back on the lead lap. Scott Bolster, 13th place. A lot of damage on his car. Is still out there running. About 5 laps down. Mike Vining picking up another spot. Goes into 14th place as he passes up a couple guys that have dropped out. Kevin Spaulding and Michael Leiby. Running 13 laps down, but he's still in it.
Brandner slowly pulling away in the lead, but not as much as he was in the last green flag run. Smallwood sticking with him.
Yeah, he's hanging right there with them, not letting him get out there too awful far. Brandner driving for RPM, Smallwood for Checkers or Wreckers. Charles Grant Jr. Checkers or Wreckers.
Smallwood sitting back there looking for any little mistakes that Brandner could make, hoping to jump on an opportunity. And oh so close to the wall these guys are running. Even on exit now. Very important to use the upper part of the track, the fast line around Kansas Speedway.
And looking back to Charles Grant Jr. here from Daniel Smallwood, a little bit of a distance here, about 1.4 seconds. Charles Grant's still in 3rd place, but he is trying to hold off Matt Cucker. Well, we're down to 14 drivers left in the race, and we've got about 40 to go here.
Very good racing so far tonight, Rudy. IWCR never lets down.
No, never. Always top-notch racing right here at IWCR. Oh, we had a big mishap there. Took out a lot of good drivers, but, you know, they all do that.
Happens to the best of us, and as Matt Cucker looks to the outside of Grant Jr. for the 3rd position. Not going to quite get it done, though. All over Grant's back bumper. As Matt looking to stick his nose up to the outside. Looks like they go side by side through the tri-oval.
Charles Grant giving in a little bit there. Matt Cucker gets a great run up down that high side, man. He is really showing the muscle up there now. It looks like he does have the 3rd place. Charles Grant Jr. will fall in behind him in 4th.
All it took was a little bit of a gap from Charles Grant Jr. in the wall, and Matt Cucker was able to fit his nose in there off the exit of the corner.
Wow, great racing here by these guys. Now Smallwood's back about 1.4 seconds off of Brander. Brander in the zone out there right now. He's just hitting his marks. He's just cruising, clean air, nothing around him, nobody racing him right now for position, and he is just zoned out.
Well, at the pace that Matt Cucker is going, Smallwood may have some company in a matter of laps.
Yeah, they're down, chopping that down. Now Matt Cucker about 1.4 seconds behind Smallwood. Make that 1.3. He is clipping just a little bit off every now and then, a tenth here and there. But Matt Cucker is coming. Andrew Ward back here in 7th. He gets around Sean Medling. Mark Robertson in 8th. Or 9th, excuse me. Josh Witherspoon rounds out the top 10. Josh finally getting into the top 10 today. It looks like his car is good and clean.
Smallwood got a pretty heavy hit into the wall on entrance as Smallwood.
Oh!
Wow. Opens up a door for Matt Cucker.
Let's see that in replay here and see what happened to Smallwood. Oh, yes, into the wall, and boy, then it was trying to recuperate from that. His car got kind of squirrely coming off of turn 2, almost got sideways. What a save by Daniel Smallwood.
With that, Matt Cucker got around Smallwood, moves him up into the 2nd position. Charles Grant Jr. gets around Smallwood.
Yes, and goes into 3rd. Smallwood back to 4th.
One little mistake cost Smallwood 2 positions.
And boy, his tires are going away really quick here. He just got really loose coming off of turn 4 again. He's got them tires superheated from that near slide. And he's got to get them tires cooled down.
Randall Drake is a lap down to Thomas Brander.
Yeah, Randall must have pitted or something because he was up there quite a ways, and now he's back in 12th. So could have been an early pit maybe for him. He might have short pitted.
Looks like he just went back around your leader Thomas Brander. It looks like fresh tires.
Brander with a 3.2 second lead over Matt Cucker right now. And just kind of
amazing run.
Yeah, just kind of taking it easy right now. He's really doesn't have to push that car that hard. He's just got to stay focused on what he's got to do here to try to get this to victory lane. Leading 76 laps out of the 95. You surely don't want to throw it away now.
No way. No. Just take the car nice and easy. Run your line.
Let's play this commercial here real quick.
Brought to you by LunarGaming.com. Gaming doesn't know time zones.
Thank you to Lunar Gaming. Tonight, the sponsor of tonight's IWCR race, Lunar Gaming. Lunar-gaming.com, folks. Look them up. Turning into a pretty good race here. Matt Cucker now 3.3 seconds back. Charles Grant Jr. goes into 4th. Stephen Pearson getting around Daniel Smallwood. Smallwood back to 5th. Got a little bit of damage on that right front corner. Let's check it out here. Oh, that looks pretty significant actually.
Does. Probably something that's slowing him down just a little bit.
Yeah, he is really having to feather that throttle in the turns because, man, that car is extremely loose right now.
Definitely overheated those tires, wore them out pretty quickly. Then that damage that is in the aero damage, not good for the air going over the car. Definitely will slow him down.
Brander up close to the wall. Still 3.4 seconds ahead of Matt Cucker. And Charles Grant Jr. getting around Matt Cucker again. Goes back into second. On lap 99, folks, we got about 26 to go here. We should start seeing some of these guys have to come to pit road, or I don't think they can make it the rest of the way. I don't know. See, the last pit stop that these guys made was on lap 71.
They should need about one more pit stop.
Yeah, I would think. I don't think they could make it like 50. Can you make it? No, you wouldn't be able to make it 50 laps, would you?
No, I don't believe you can here, unless you are really, really conserving your fuel, which is really hard to do under green flag. Matt Cucker going back around Charles Grant Jr. to get that second place position back.
Well, thank you, Noah King. Appreciate that. Appreciate the help. Yep, Charles Grant going back to third. Them two racing it pretty hard here. I would say Matt must have got a little loose in the corner or something, and Charles Grant took advantage of that. Short-lived as it was still a good, clean pass amongst good competitors.
These drivers being extremely respectful here tonight, Rudy. Very good racing all around.
Brander comes by, makes it 23 to go. That makes 83 laps. He's led. Sean Medling back here in 7th. Mark Robertson moving into the 8th place. Our Canadian brother there. Sedlick still 1 lap down. Tough break for our pole sitter here tonight. Randall Drake in 10th, 1 lap down. Josh Witherspoon 11th. Daniel Smallwood. He coming off pit road? Yes, he's coming off pit road. Going to put him back in 12th, but making his final pit stop of the night here. 4-tire change and fuel. And Mike Vining picking up another spot, goes into 13th. That car looks like it's been through a war zone, Brandon.
Yeah, Mike Vining has had a rough night tonight, Rudy. I think he was involved in a couple of incidents. The front of his car definitely destroyed.
Evan Schroeder back out on the track in 17th, trying to pick up a couple more positions here. Crown Royal car got quite a bit of damage on the nose of it, which we'd seen earlier. I believe he got into the inside wall, hit it head on, and it crinkled that car up pretty good, but he's got it fixed up pretty decent and back out on the track. So good deal for Evan Schroeder. That's what you call not giving up, folks. Charles Grant Jr. 2nd place. Steven Pearson 3rd. As Matt Cucker he is coming to pit road. Matt Cucker making his final pit stop. Let's see what he does.
One of the best times to do it is now.
Like a 4-tire change for Matt Cucker. And probably just putting enough fuel in it to make it 20 to go here. He's off pit road. Going to go back in 7th place, a lap down. We're still waiting to see when our leader is going to come to pit road.
Thomas Brander really having to feather the throttle or through the corners now.
Yeah, and that costs him a lot of time out there on the track when you got to do that too.
Gives these guys such as Matt Cucker some time to make some grounds.
Yeah, Matt Cucker 7th place, 1 lap down. Boy, he is just on a mission right now. He's a lot faster than the leader, and the longer the leader stays out there, the more Matt Cucker's going to get a good jump on him. Matt's just going by cars left and right here. And the leader continues to stay out. 18 to go, folks. The longer he stays out, the longer Charles Grant Jr. is going to stay out, and Steven Pearson.
They can't stay out for too long, otherwise Matt Cucker gaining a lot of ground on these fresh tires.
Sure, yeah, he's coming up on Steven Pearson, so that means he's really not too far from getting his lap back.
And they cycle through. There's a chance that he could have made up enough ground to at least put up a fight with Thomas Brandner.
And he comes up and goes around Nick Hunt like Nick was standing still. Nick on them older tires. That was for 4th place. Next he'll be looking for Steven Pearson. If he can get around Steven, Charles Grant, and Thomas Brandner and get his lap back, he should be pretty set. And here he goes around Steven Pearson.
There he goes, no problem. Pass him like he was parked.
Yeah. That's what them new tires do for you.
Now coming up to Charles Grant Jr.
He just
Does the
drives
same thing
around
with
them.
him.
Yep. Next he'll be looking for Thomas Brandner.
Yeah, Thomas Brandner still in the lead, pretty significant lead. Matt Cucker gaining on him, being a lap down, hoping to get his lap back. Brandner and those guys still have to pit. I don't believe they can make it from here.
No, I don't believe so either. And I can't believe that he's still out here on them older tires knowing that Matt Cucker's coming and going to get back on that lead lap. And whether he's got enough fuel to make it to the end, I don't know. But boy, I don't know. That's a heck of a gamble right there. You only want to do that at Las Vegas where gambling's legal. And here comes Matt Cucker getting his lap back, and he made it look real easy. Brandner didn't fight him at all. He just said, go, you know. So Matt Cucker now back on the lead lap, 7th place, and he'll be chopping guys down here trying to get back up here. I don't know, man. This is really kind of falling into, I'm not really sure what these guys have got for fuel left. I wouldn't say there's enough laps left for Cucker to get up there and challenge for the lead, but, you know, because he's got to go clear around the track. He's 30 seconds behind the leader right now. Over three quarters of a lap.
Yeah, they're on lap 113 and 125 now. Well, Thomas Brandner
into the wall.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And boy, I'll tell you what, that's letting Charles Grant Jr. close that gap. Just that little tap of the wall right there, Charles chopped off about 3 or 4 tenths on Brandner.
You can really see Thomas Brandner starting to struggle just a little bit, fighting to keep total control of that car.
Pearson in 3rd. Doesn't look like any of these guys are even thinking about coming to pit road. Excuse me.
Now, it doesn't appear that way, Rudy. Interesting strategies going on right now.
Yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can figure out here. Okay, Brandner was on pit road last on lap 71, and so was Steven Pearson and Charles Grant.
As Pearson does go around Charles Grant Jr.
Yep, and he goes into 2nd place. You can tell these guys that are coming around here just got fresh tires. Anthony Ward driving on by Steven Pearson, now hunting down the leader, Thomas Brandner, to get back on the lead lap. He's got
Joshua Witherspoon, another one of those drivers.
Matt Cucker down to 20 seconds behind the leader, so he's chopped over 10 seconds off of that in the last 5 laps.
It really appears that Brandner is going to try to make it to the end.
Yeah. And Matt Cucker gets around Mark Robertson and goes into 6th. And he's still gaining on the leader down to 18.2 seconds. Man, he is gaining like crazy.
Unbelievable. In a matter of about 3 laps that he was able to gain that much time to the leaders.
Brandner still got a 4.6 second lead over Steven Pearson. Those 2 teammates, RPM teammates. And just so everybody watching, I am wearing my RPM t-shirt that was given to me by RPM and Roger Wagner, the whole team over there. And I want to thank them wholeheartedly for that. I appreciate that so very much. The awesome t-shirt. Steven Pearson. Well, he's getting ever so closer to Thomas Brandner. Matt Cucker down to 14 seconds and closing. 8 laps to go. Can he do it? I mean, that seems like an eternity, but man, I'm telling you, he is chopping it down. Now 12.8 seconds. Look at the time clicking off on that.
Unbelievable. In a matter of 2 laps, gained that much time over Brandner.
Man, is he going to be able to get up there and maybe fight it out here with Brandner?
Brandner's strategy starting to backfire on him.
A little bit, but he doesn't. I wonder if he's thinking about that. I wonder if he's worried about it. He's probably watching the relative, knowing that Matt Cucker is closing. Matt about to go into 5th here as he comes up on Sean Medling, and he's just going to drive around Sean Medling like nothing. Next one he's going to be looking for is 4th place, Nick Hunt.
You could tell just how much faster he's going than everyone else.
Oh, man, this is unbelievable. I'm right on the edge of my seat, Brandon.
As am I, Rudy. This is an unbelievable show here tonight in the IWCR Lunar Gaming Series.
Does he have enough time coming to 5 to go? Brandner slipping and sliding around this track. Man, Steven Pearson hanging on in 2nd, 3.6 seconds behind him. Charles Grant in 3rd, Nick Hunt 4th, and closing Matt Cucker down to 6.8 seconds. Unbelievable. He has just got to be just driving the wheels off of that thing right now. 6 seconds behind the leader.
He gains about 6 seconds every 2 laps, 3 seconds every lap on your leader, Thomas Brandner.
Man, I am telling you, now down to 5.3. He's closing up on, he's got Nick Hunt, Charles Grant, and Steven Pearson all right ahead of him. And these guys are all tiptoeing around these turns right now, Brandon. Matt Cucker.
Yeah, they are.
Matt Cucker to the outside here. He's looking. Boy, is anybody going to try blocking him or what's going on here? I don't know. And he's going to drive him by Nick Hunt around Randall Drake and goes into 4th. Next one's going to be Charles Grant.
Poor Randall Drake didn't know where to go for him. Came up on him really fast.
3 to go. And boy, I'm going to tell you.
Caution's out.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Caution on the racetrack. Thomas Brandner going to win it.
Oh, Mark Robertson spinning around. Oh, my word.
Oh,
are you
no.
kidding me? You got to be
the hard
joking.
work. Matt Cucker will end up with a 4th place finish.
Yeah, I'm on Mark Robertson here. He just got into the outside wall and it just, oh man, he lost it right here.
Oh no, the side effects of the old tires, Rudy.
Oh my word, I just can't believe this.
That had me on the edge of my seat for about 20 laps.
I'm telling you, that
Unbelievable.
was Matt Cucker's race to win right there. I want to talk to him anyhow, so I don't want him to go anywhere. Matt, don't you leave, because we're going to talk to you. Wow. we're going to wait till the race is over. I hope you don't mind just hanging out here for a few minutes, Matt.
Yeah, that's fun.
Wow, man, what a race.
So an unbelievable race for the IWCR Lunar Gaming Series tonight, folks. And just an amazing battle all around.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was Matt Cucker's race to win, and I think he was going to win it. I just my opinion, okay, because how much time he had gained on these guys is just unbelievable. They were just tiptoeing through the turns, and he was just driving by them left and right. So, last lap, white flag in the air, and Thomas Brander, if he makes it on fuel, will be our winner here tonight. Stephen Pearson second, and Charles Grant Jr. in third.
Yeah, Rudy. Matt Cucker, everybody watching tonight, think about this. Gained about 3 seconds per lap on leader Thomas Brander.
It was unbelievable.
So that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable show tonight.
It was. Man, I'll tell you, it's just too bad that caution came out, because can we do a do-over here? Matt, I bet you're wishing we could, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I just wish I would have pit a lap sooner, then it would have all been different.
Man, I'm telling you, what a finish. These guys, I can't wait to talk to Brander, Pearson, and Grant, because I'm telling you, these guys, they were sweating it. I mean, you drove by Nick Hunt, Sean Medling, you just drove them by them like they were standing still. You know, and it was just amazing racing. Well, it looks like we've got us a winner here, and a big congratulations to our winner, Thomas Brander. Sorry about that. After leading 107 laps tonight. Amazing.
That is unbelievable, Rudy. Very fast car for Thomas Brander tonight.
Okay, well, I'm going to get these guys up here, and we're going to start talking to them.
Damn.
Thomas Brander, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4. Go ahead, man.
Oh, Thomas, I hope your dad was sitting there watching this race, because it was an unbelievable finish. If that caution wouldn't come out, I'm telling you, you had to have been sweating it right there at the very end.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude. Rudy, I've been a part of this for a while. Not just this league, but just, iRacing in general. And I got to say, it's probably one of the toughest races I have ever been a part of, and definitely one of the toughest ones I've ever won. Can't feel my hands right now. The car was so out of control. I was doing everything to feather it around there for the last 20 laps, trying not to lose time to Matt, who I saw pitted, and he was playing a different strategy. And you know what? It might have worked out in his favor if we'd have been green. I don't know, but it was an event.
Well, I'm telling you, you had to have been watching the relative and watching Matt Cucker coming. And if it would have stayed green, I don't know if he could have got around you. I don't think he would have had a problem getting around you if there was just enough time left. But were you watching that relative and watching him coming?
Yeah, I was. I'm screaming on the radio. Where's Matt? Where's Matt at? Give me an update, guys. Where's Matt at? Because I'm using my teammates there for a little help, and they're telling me don't even think about it. Just keep driving. But as a racer, I know the strategy. I know what's going on. I saw him blaze by me after he got tires, and how quickly he left my windshield. So I knew he was coming. I was definitely aware, and I was doing everything I could to keep the car as smooth and as straight as possible, Rudy. But what I had was what I had, and I think you're right. If we would have seen it go green, you'd probably be talking to a different winner tonight. But that's part of racing, right? It's strategy, and mine worked out.
Hey, you had to take a chance, and it was a good one. 54 laps on that last tank of fuel. Almost unbelievable. I didn't know these cars got that kind of mileage.
Yeah, I checked that, that first run we had from about lap 40 to 70, and as soon as the caution came out, I checked to see how much fuel I had left, and I knew I had about 25, so I knew I could go 55 to 60, and me and our team, the team, we talked about it a little bit when we went back green. I felt like I was going to, run it out, and some of us were on the fence about whether short pitting or not, and it worked out, man. And just I'm glad to finally get a W on the board this year. It's been a little bit of up and down season.
It sure has. It sure has, Thomas. But hopefully your dad enjoyed the show. It's good to know he was sitting there watching. But congratulations on your win tonight. Started third, led 107 laps, and winning here tonight at Kansas, man. Notch that one up on your belt, brother. That's a good win. Way to gamble. Way to, bring home the win like that on tires that, man, we were watching you. And it was like we couldn't even believe you were even able to drive that thing.
It won't no fun, I'll tell you that. That's not something you tell people, hey, go get yourself in this car and take it around the track one time, because it was not fun at all. But it got the job done, man. And, God, I'm just blessed and happy tonight to finally get a win.
Well, congratulations to you, brother. Go celebrate. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, always you guys up in the booth, man. You guys make this thing really come to life, and I think I hope none of us take that for granted, because it really is a pleasure to go back and watch these races. Obviously, Lunar Game coming on board. Last week was a tough week to watch, but we're so happy to have a premier sponsor now for this league. IWCR, the team, RPM, guys always come out here and put a lot of time in and give us good cars to run in. Last but not least, my dad at home, love him to death. Thank you for all the support. My two beautiful girls, love you guys. Becca and Emma, thank you.
All right, Thomas. Thanks for talking with us, brother, and congratulations again on your win.
Woo!
Stephen Pearson, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, Rudy, I got you.
Mr. Be there at the end, brings it home second place tonight. Tell me about your racing and just how bad that car was to drive them last 20 laps.
Oh, God. Well, the racing was good. Charles, Smallwood, and a bunch of other guys, Matt, we all raced pretty clean. When they got to me, I knew they were faster. I just let them go. Trying to give everybody plenty of room, and it helped, because when I got back to them, they gave me plenty of room, so that was all good. And, yeah, the last 20 laps, I can't hardly squeeze my right hand. I had a hold of the steering wheel so hard.
And, well, RPM 1-2 tonight. That big wreck there at the beginning took out a lot of great racers. A lot of your teammates got caught up into that. Apparently Joe had graphics card problems, we heard, and man, just a tough break for them guys. But you bring it home second tonight, Stephen. How does that make you feel here at Kansas tonight?
Pretty stoked, because I've been practicing for the last 2 hours before that race started with a different setup, and Porter said he went in, it was a little snugger, and it was definitely, because I tried it and it got way too tight, and then I loosened it up and got it way too loose.
Oh, that's the setup you used tonight?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I switched over to Bruce because he got a little tighter. I didn't try it until first green flag lap. I mean.
Yeah. Well, I got to ask you, Stephen, how many beer race was this?
It was 8 not during the race, but all the practices and the race, it was a total of 8, and I've got number 9 drinking it right now.
All right, brother. Well, you just go ahead and have a couple of sips for me, brother, and congratulations on second tonight. Anybody you want to thank?
Yes, sir. First of all, I want to give a thanks out to Lunar Gaming for sponsoring the league here. I mean, they come aboard, and it's a great thing. Shout out to you, Rudy, putting the broadcast on. My team, RPM, I mean, we worked our butts off on this setup, and, I mean, we couldn't hardly come up with anything, and luckily, I mean, we came up with something decent there at the end. Everybody in IWCR, bunch of great guys here. Everybody races clean, so that's pretty much it.
All right, well, good job out there tonight, Stephen, and second place, man, that is just awesome to see your car up there in second place. I'm telling you, it's just really awesome. So go get them next week, brother.
All right, Rudy. You have a good night, Philip.
All right, thank you, sir. Charles Grant, you got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, we talked to you before the race, and you really didn't kind of say that you had a good setup, but I'll tell you what, you were keeping right up with these guys like it was nothing. Third place for you tonight in that rocket ship. Looked pretty good. You did lead 4 laps tonight, so that you get some bonus points. But tell me about your racing out there tonight, Charles.
Well, it was pretty good. car was kind of a handful, but I managed to hold on to third with it, so I'm happy.
Well, that's got to keep you stoked up. I'm not sure exactly where you're at in the points, but ready for race number 8 starting next week, and I'm not really sure where that's at, but I'm really on top of things here. But started 11th tonight, led 4 laps, finishing third. Anybody you want to thank tonight, Charles?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Daniel Smallwood. I mean, me and him worked real hard on the setup tonight. And, well, it was kind of frustrating, but we got it eventually. And everyone at Checkers or Wreckers, the IWCR League, you guys up in the booth, and Luna Gaming for coming on to the IWCR Gen 6 Series.
Very cool, very good. Well, Charles, I'll tell you what, well-deserved third-place finish. I know you had to have been watching for Matt Cucker coming up behind you, and if that caution wouldn't have come out, you know, you were the next one in line to bite the dust right there, because he was closing that gap up real quick. So you probably were watching your rearview mirror, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. I guess I caught a break with that caution there, but yeah.
Podium
I was
finish.
thinking about doing that.
Podium finish, man, that's great. You know, that's something to be proud of. Caution or no caution, you know, that's just something to be proud of. And you finished ahead of Matt. So,
yeah.
All right, well, thanks for talking with us, Charles. Go celebrate with your buddies there, and give Daniel a shout out for me there too, and tell him great race. So, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you, Rudy.
All right, being as I got Matt Cucker in the booth with me, Matt, man, I'm telling you, you were on the move, brother. Tell me about them last laps and your strategy here to stop and take fresh tires.
Yeah, well, my car just became undrivable with, I think 20 laps left. And I figured my only chance is if I pit now. I wish I would have went on 1 lap earlier, then I would have caught him, but it is what it is. I mean, I was just trying to, I saw when I got back on the track, it was about 3 seconds a lap I was catching him. And once I passed him and I pulled him 10 seconds in 2.5 laps, I knew it was definitely 3 seconds a lap I was catching him. So we just kept on cruising, and then got caught up behind a couple lap cars, had to brake a little bit and then turn underneath of them. But all in all, it was an all right night for not having a good setup, just putting something together and going with it.
Well, I'm hearing you're going to be at Darlington next week. How do you run there?
I run all right there. It's one of my favorite tracks. I mean, I like consistency tracks more than anything. But I just got to work on a setup first. Can't be doing this anymore.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, great run out there tonight, Matt. I know you had it in you to bring it home to victory lane tonight, but it just circumstances didn't work out that way for you. But you know, you never know. You just never know if things would have changed, if it would have stayed green or not. So, but congratulations on 4th place. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just guys at IWCR, you guys up here in the booth, and MaxSpeedTV. Man, it was a fun night. Thank you guys.
All right. Okay, well, go celebrate with your buddies there, too, because, boy, I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a race. I was on the edge of my seat coming up them last probably 15 laps. It was crazy.
As was I. Unbelievable show.
Man. All right, let's run down through the results here real quick, and we'll get out of here. Thomas Brander coming home the winner here tonight. Stephen Pearson, 2nd. Charles Grant Jr. in 3rd. Matt Cucker finishing 4th. Nick Hunt, 5th. Sean Medling, 6th. Andrew Ward, 7th. Josh Witherspoon, 8th. Randall Drake, 9th. Mark Robertson, 10th. Daniel Smallwood finishing 11th. Nathan Sedlick, 12th. Mike Vining, 13th. Scott Bolster, 14th. Evan Schroeder, 15th. Michael Leiby, 16th. Kevin Spalding, 17th. Jesse Schwartz back in 18th. Jeffrey Porter, 19th. Dalton England finishing 20th. Jason Lance, 21st. Jordan Churchill, 22nd. Joe Roberts, 23rd. Tom Serrato, 24th. Roger Wagner, 25th. And I believe that was it, because John Verga didn't start. So Roger Wagner finishing out 25th. All right. Well, that'll wrap it up for tonight here, folks. And congratulations to our winner, Thomas Brander, for IWCR. Thanks for watching tonight on MaxSpeedTV, folks. We won't be back until Monday night. We'll be back Monday night with the GAC League. So until then, folks, stay safe and have a good night.
Brought to you by LunarGaming.com. Gaming doesn't know time zones.